Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Jake Dixon, the team leader and CEO for Keller Williams in the Quad Cities, and I want to come at you today and talk about the real estate roller coaster. So I'm going to spend the next few minutes with you, so buckle in, be ready for a fun little ride here. But all kidding aside, at Keller Williams, we have basically a performance coaching program that I'm not sure if you're aware of, but basically allows us to meet one-on-one with many of our realtors who want to take advantage of this and really find out and dig deep to what is their big why, what motivates them and gets them out of bed every day. And it allows us to further explore, like what their big goals are in life and ultimately how their business can help fund that lifestyle that they have envisioned for their family. Because again, after all, isn't the reason that we all work so hard and, are away at weeknights and on weekends away from our family? Well, the whole point of that is not to necessarily make money. It's not about the money. It's about what you can do with the money. So anyways, the last few months in particular have just been absolutely amazing, to say the least, here at Keller Williams Quad Cities. Those of you paying attention, you'll see that there's a lot of momentum, a lot of growth, and a lot of exciting things and a certain buzz going around in the air about it. So here we believe that realtors are, the good ones will sell in any month. It really doesn't matter what the season is, whether it's spring, summer, fall, winter. It doesn't matter what the economy's doing, and that's why Gary Keller wrote the book called Shift. It's not driven by any of that. We believe here it's driven by your actions and your activity. And so we focus really on what are the daily activities that eliminates any sort of chance. See, anybody in a hot market can do well. Things are going to come your way, but also just as quickly as they come your direction, it can be taken away if the market shifts or the season shifts, whatever the case may be. So we really did a lot of digging back in October. But before I go there, I can just say that it's definitely a liberating feeling to know that you're in control of your business. All right. So whether it's doing a 411 goal setting appointment with me, maybe just a business strategy session or a group mastermind discussion here in our office, or possibly one of our popular trainings like Ignite, we're able to really tap into what is most important about each person and focus our daily efforts and habits on helping that person achieve their goal. So, like I said, back in October, it was really one of our defining moments. It's when I delivered our Keller Williams Quad Cities vision speech, kind of like where we're going as a company, how each individual plays a huge role in that. So if your goal is to sell 6 homes or 600 homes, you are valued in just as much of a team and an important member of this team as anybody else. So we're beginning at that time to really strategize and come up with systems and models and things like that to work through those difficult months, meaning like the winter when people say, or the myth is, well, nobody's buying in those months anyway. So most realtors check out. Well, while they were checking out, all of us realtors here at Keller Williams Quad Cities were checking in. And we had a plan of attack for that and some fun contests around that where we were just really focused on planting seeds, planting as many seeds as possible because, we'll get into this later as far as the business cycle goes, but since then, we've really seen an explosion in our business, not only in production, but also attracting talent who sees Keller Williams as the vehicle to help them get to where they want to in life. So anyways, that kind of reminds me of one of my favorite quotes, which is, don't judge each day by its harvest, by what you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. So I just butchered that. But don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. There we go. I finally got it out. So it's proven. Here's what I was going to say earlier. It's proven in business, through business trends and anything like that, is that it takes 90 days to create or lose momentum. Take that to the bank. It's a fact. So really, what you did 90 days ago is finally starting to show up in your business today. All right? Were you lead generating? Or were you taking those months off and buying into the myth that no one buys in those slower months and in the cold weather months? Are you able to take advantage of the hotter selling months, like right now, while people are getting out since the weather's turning? Or are you feeling like you're playing catch up? Those are really good questions to ask yourself to know probably that's a reflection of what you were doing 60, 90 days ago, okay? So keep in mind, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. So the same thing applies. The compound effect shows up in all areas of our life, especially in this regard with business. So what you're doing today, as I'm talking to you right now, is going to show up in 90 days from now. So there you've been warned. So I would encourage you to stop what you're doing just for a second and ask yourself the question, am I being busy? Do I feel like I'm being busy and just doing things all day long and going home exhausted? Well, the better question is not to ask yourself, what am I doing? It's to ask yourself, what am I accomplishing? See, our target focus here at Keller Williams is to focus on that 20%. And my fear is, because this is where most realtors fall into the trap of, is they get tied up in the 80%. Right now, because the market has shifted and it's a hotter month of season of selling and buying homes, is that you get so caught up in the next transaction and working with your current clients, you're not thinking ahead. See, it's so easy to get focused on the next transaction and not think about what's going to happen in October, November, and December. So I'm here to tell you, I encourage you, whether it's adding another person to your life or developing systems and models like we have here at Keller Williams, warning, flag, okay, what you're doing today directly impacts what you're going to see in 90 days. So are you focusing on the 80% transaction management stuff, all the paperwork, or are you still focusing on the 20%, which is lead generation and doing those kinds of things? So interesting question, right? So you don't have to be a victim of the real estate roller coaster, which is really the point of me shooting this video. It is possible, believe it or not, compared to what other people may tell you, to have a consistent and predictable business plan in real estate. And that's what we go over here at Keller Williams Quad Cities. So if you want to get together with me and have a private, confidential business consultation where, we just have more or less like a strategy session. The word Keller Williams doesn't even have to come up in our dialogue. You know what? Reach out to me. I'm happy to do it with you. I've always got an open door, no strings attached. We're going to find the gaps in your business and really strategize behind that to have a clear roadmap of where you need to go, those daily activities of what you need to do to ultimately hit those goals. And I think if you find, I always meet with people, it's such an empowering moment. It's such a sense of liberation when they walk out of here with such, clarity around what they want, first of all, and then how to get there. So if you say you want to make $100,000 this year, and that scares you, well, when we break it down to the chunks of what each day needs to happen, I'm telling you guys, it's actually very achievable, even to somebody brand new into the business. Okay, so anyway, ask yourself those questions. Consider reaching out to me and getting together for that consultation. What would your life look like of having 4 closings every single month instead of having 4 closings this month and then 0 next month because you weren't focusing on bringing in more business? All right. Anyways, guys, people are doing it. So can you. I believe in you and always happy to get together. My door's always open. You guys know how to get a hold of me. So in the meantime, you rock, keep doing what you're doing, and I'll chat with you later. Thanks.